Joe, Mike, and Nick all left the exact same way. So I'd hardly say that it's by any means a guarantee. You think that at the beginning of last week, Nick thought that he was going to be going home? You think Mike thought he was going to be going home the beginning of that week? Joe, the beginning of that week,
But don't you think the house guests are tired of that? They're not going to do it again?
Well, I don't know.
You have Dustin really campaigning for you to stay. Hugely. Big time.
I don't know. It's not the way I wanted it to go down. I don't want to be sitting next to you. I don't want to be up at all, obviously. I don't want to have World War III every single day in the house. I'd much rather just go about my business, but it is what it is. But I felt like yesterday, like after, it was set in stone, like you seemed like you were really, upset, like you thought you might be, I don't think it's fate sealed the way that you think it is.
Well, Dustin pretty much said it was, so.
I don't know.
He's already saying, I don't have the votes. And he's really pushing for you, which is good for you.
Well, we both know the mission, whoever stays moving forward, so let's just get it done. They dilly-dally around, they say they want certain things done, and they never actually do them. It's, that'll be certain to be part of my speech, lesson learned. You guys put up two people that you claimed you wanted out 3 consecutive weeks, and then never once, made them your actual target. Well, you guys are our target, and we're sending one of you home, so good luck with that. I sincerely think whether I go home or not, that the two of them cost themselves the game for sure.
This week by doing this?
Yep. I think it was a big mistake, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. It's nothing to do with me specifically, but by making this sort of a drastic measure this early on against someone who was not doing anything to them, I think they made a really big mistake, and I think that are just forevermore known as just troublemakers. I don't think anyone would cast a vote for them to win, and I don't think anyone will let them get to that point either. And, it sucks because if you stay, you don't have the HOHs, but,
right.
I still think, enough's enough. They're not running the show, so whichever one of us is here, I just think it's time to send them that message once and for all.
I think that would be a house consensus.
I agree. Minus maybe Zach and,
Danielle
them themselves.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say that if Zach has made some sort of decision that he thinks that, considering the dynamic of the house currently, that he thinks he should be with them, then his head is not screwed on either. I'm not claiming he should be pro-me or pro-you, but he should not be aligned with their agenda, whatever that may be. It's a really horrible and strange decision. He just can't open his eyes to what's going on around him. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I've never, for 5 seconds, spoken about the game with him once, so I couldn't even tell you what he's thinking. But running around yesterday, running back to them, selling Dustin out, and repeating things, it's just a terrible, terrible choice. I don't understand where he's coming from. The honest truth of the matter is, I think that the amount of people that are capable of winning the game are dropping by the minute. I don't think Zach has a chance. I don't think Jen has a chance. I don't think Dick and Danielle have a chance. So that leaves whoever stays out of the two of us and the other 4, I honestly think, at this point. I mean, who would cast a vote for Zach to win the game? What has Zach even done while he's lived here, strategically or personally for anyone? I mean, Jen has just gone above and beyond to make a spectacle of herself every step of the way. And I don't personally hold anything against her by it, but I don't think, that anyone is going to have her win.
Right.
Especially when she goes around saying that she doesn't care and doesn't want to.
Right.
And the two of them, I think, have wiped out their own agenda. So, although there's 10 people left in the house, I think that factoring in us as only one, because it can't be one of us. I think there's about a 1 in 5 chance now, not a 1 in 10.
Right.
The only thing I can say for myself personally is at least I like the people that are still in the running. So, whether it be you or any of the 4 of them or myself, I would feel comfortable with that as a decision. I would not feel comfortable with the other 4.
Right.
It's just the manner in which they approach their decisions. And I told him that if he did that towards me one more time, I was going to break it over his head. Also, is this really good timing for them to do this or whatever? So is it now, if, normally I would think it's funny, I'd be happy to help them out, but instead it looks like I'm kissing their ass now.
Right.
So I don't care to help them because it looks like I'm a tool, it's like, their servant to try and, which is not the case at all. Not to mention it leaves me stuck having to hang out with Dick Danielle all day.